Okay. Trey 610 3600.
Trey 600 with a niggas who run it. Yeah. Trey 600, 3600. Trey 600, 3600.
It's your boy, Trey 600 Quitting TV. We back again with another one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Shout out to the notification family. Salute to all my new subscribers and all my day ones. I do this for y'all. Let's get it. Hey man, it is Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a blessed day out there. It's the middle of the week. We almost there, y'all. We just gotta keep on pushing. Now, I hope y'all getting to your money, getting to your fun, or spending time with your fam. But if you're doing that, make sure you do something for somebody that's less fortunate than you are. God has blessed us all, and we need to turn it all the way back around. Now, today's story is coming all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We got Lil Boosie speaking on the new Diddy verdict, and this one's gonna be a good one. We're gonna break this whole situation down.
And now, our feature presentation.
Now, if you've been sleeping under a rock, Diddy has been in court. He has been on trial for the past month. There was a whole situation that he got into it with Cassie, and just the way he's been leading his life all these years. And they were accusing him of a RICO. They were accusing him of sex trafficking, transporting, and this was real bad charges. Some of these charges could have led him to being locked up for the rest of his life. And, we've been waiting, we've been watching. And now the verdict has came in, and they're saying that Diddy, he was found not guilty on the bigger charges, and he was found guilty on some of the smaller charges. Now, the bigger charges, the RICO charge, and all the bigger ones that could have left him locked up, for the rest of his life. No, he did not get charged for that, so that was not guilty. But some of the lesser charges, the transporting and things like that, they did find him guilty. So I know this is a sigh of relief for Diddy.
Duncan is outside the court. She's been following this case for all of those 7 weeks that it's been ongoing. Jerika, good to see you. What's the mood? What are you hearing from where you are?
There are people yelling out a potential verdict, the result. We are not going to report that just yet. The last note that I got from Alice Gaynor, who is inside the courtroom, was at 10:15. The judge said, "All rise," and that the jury was being let in. Let's talk about the jury there for a moment. 8 men and 4 women, at least 5 people of color. This is a very diverse jury, and they have been listening to testimony for the last 8 weeks, 7 weeks of testimony, and obviously deliberating in this last week here, the 8th week. But they have heard from 34 witnesses, and 2 key witnesses that are part of this indictment, part of the charges, were Jane, a pseudonym that was used for an ex-girlfriend that he dated from 2021 to 2024, and Cassie Ventura, truly the star witness in all of this. She was with Combs for about 11 years. She said that she met him when she was 19 years old, was signed to his record label, but talked to the jurors and gave women engaged in sex love story.
Guilty on count 4.
Not guilty on count. The jurors got emails and text messages that different, say this isn't even about a love story, this is about a crime. We're just getting word not guilty on count 1, not guilty on count 2. Is that correct?
Guilty on count 3.
Guilty on count 3. Stay with me, Tony.
Not guilty on count 4.
Not guilty on count 4.
And guilty on count 5.
And guilty on count 5. This is just coming into us right now. Could you repeat that for me, Nia? She's our field producer. You said not guilty on count 1.
Count 1.
That is the racketeering conspiracy. The second count.
Not guilty.
Not guilty on count 2. Is that correct? Not guilty.
Alice. Guilty on count 3.
Guilty on count 3. That would be the Mann Act transportation of Cassie Ventura. And if you could, looks like I have the note as well, so I'm just going to read it. Count 1, racketeering conspiracy, not guilty. Count 2, not guilty. Count 3, guilty. Count 4, not guilty. Count 5, guilty. So essentially, the jurors found that he was guilty of the Mann Act. That is the transportation to engage in prostitution, but they found him not guilty on sex trafficking, very serious charge there where he could have spent a minimum of 15 years in prison, and not guilty on that racketeering conspiracy, which he could have spent up to life in prison for. So that is the very latest.
And now everybody is reacting. Now, Lil Boosie, he has been on Diddy's side this whole time, and he's basically, his stance was, man, the whole industry does this. It's crazy that y'all piling up on Diddy. He does the same thing that every rapper does, a lot of actors do, and this is just this is standard industry practice. This is what they do. And he stood on that. He was saying, hey, y'all better think twice about flying these females out, because you couldn't be next. So he saw the verdict, and he was ecstatic. He was very happy, and he was just letting everybody know, hey man, we are happy so moguls don't get tied up into this whole situation. Like, it's a slippery slope, and he's a millionaire. He's dealt with his situations with the law, and he didn't like it where he felt like Diddy was being targeted, and also that black people didn't give Diddy his due process. And a lot of races, they give their leaders or their people that are rich due process. This one, a lot of people didn't, and they went against Diddy. So Lil Boosie had a lot to say about it. But we're going to break this whole situation down. We're going to get to the content, and we're going to be right back.
And I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. And I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip-hop, if he was white, there are so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know. And people always, Boosie was on Diddy's side. Nah, it ain't that. It's because I'm thinking about 7 children. Y'all thinking about one person. I'm thinking about these 7 kids who been in my kids' position. Not knowing if your daddy gonna come home or not is a burden on the child. So all y'all was like, no, I'm thinking about them damn children, man. So man, I'm glad he free, bro. You know, like I've been said, I don't feel he was guilty of nothing. You know, nothing but domestic violence. You know, but the court spoke, man, and man, I'm happy that dude children, man. I know his feeling right now, man. I'm just happy for them children, man. So, you know, Diddy, sit your ass down somewhere. That's what you need to do. Grab Stevie J in your chair and get the fuck on.
Now, as you heard, Lil Boosie spoke his piece, and he was very happy, man. He was worried that this whole RICO situation, you could just throw a RICO on one person and you can get him up out of here by adding all these charges. And I believe this sets a precedent for how the government is trying to do this to different black moguls and different black rich people, and it's just real messed up, because if you're going to charge it with something, charge people for exactly what they did, and not just throwing a whole lot of things to the wall and making sure that something sticks. Now, some people, they are not agreeing with Boosie. They believe that Diddy, he's been diabolical. He's been doing a whole lot of illegal things, manipulation, just getting over on people, and he deserved to be locked up for the rest of his life. And other people are agreeing with Lil Boosie, and they're saying, hey man, all of this stuff has been going on, and it's crazy that they're just going at Diddy like this when they never went at any of the other people that have been doing the exact same thing. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, man. It's your boy Trey 600 on Quitting TV. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Might as well.
Trey 600, hey, this is the drop right here. If you ain't with it, you getting dropped, baby. Get with it before you get left behind, baby. Yes, sir. Hey. chill, what it do to CSG, I'm at ATX, know what I'm saying? Got about 6 white girls in the condo. Head honcho, sold a nigga 9 like Rondo. Matter of fact, after that, had to call a nigga 26 Hondo. You know what I'm talking about? Get you some real footage, man. Some real shit, some real quality filming going down. That's what the business is. ESG, SUC, I said that.
Yes, sir.
Bow. Get it. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is. Coalition DJ Fame. Out here on 6th Street. Trey 6 Hondo. Quinn TV. I love you, brother. Keep doing your motherfucking thing, man. Come on, money, man. Y'all know what it is. Trey 6 Hondo. Yeah. What's up? It's your boy OG T Will. You know, Poker Town Finest, man. Y'all subscribe to my channel, T Will 817. I heard with Trey 6 Hondo, man. Y'all subscribe to him too. You hear me? Where the content is always hot, baby.
Big, you nigga, Trey 6 Hondo, nigga, in the building, nigga. Talk to me, I talk back.
Here we got a Trey Hunter 600.